Hello everybody, my name is BillyVisuals, welcome to my channel where we're all about visuals, and welcome to my latest show, Game Dive. In Game Dive, we're going to be doing a review of the latest games that I've encountered and played with, and the game that we're going to be talking about today is going to be Gylt from Google Stadia. It's a Google Stadia exclusive title, and I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of three categories. The first one's going to be visual and vibes, second one's going to be mechanics, and third one's going to be story. With all these said and done, after that, I'm going to give a thumbs up for buy and try, or a thumbs down as a flop. So let's get right into the game review. Let's start off with the visual and vibes. Here are the pros. This game is horror without needing to be horrible. It's creepy, scary, and eerie without going gory. The best game to share the same qualities as this is the Hello My Neighbor game. It's not freaky scary, but it's still scary and suspenseful. This game also has really good color choices along with the Rembrandt type lighting. It really creates a fantastical mood. The character and environment design really reflects the Coraline and Tim Burton type aesthetic. Every time you enter a new environment in this game, it feels refreshing and new. None of it feels cookie cutter, which is great because the last thing you want the gamer to feel is to feel like they just walked into the same level with different difficulty. So here are the cons of the visual and vibes. For every cutscene, they do this 2D comic book-esque cutscene, and I'm not too sure if I'm sold on it because they didn't start the game with this 2D aesthetic. They just started to tell this after you were invited into the 3D environment. Now, I'm not sure if this reflects to a book that Gylt already has, but if it was for me just to experience the game, it feels a little jarring to have just a comic book-esque storytelling instead of using 3D animations to do the cutscene. The other con that's not too crucial is the Birdman and Frogface seems too close in character design. I feel like it'd be great if they can have some kind of distinctiveness between the two, such as like wings on Birdman or Frogface to be a little bit shorter. So for the overall mechanics of the game, here are the pros. It's really fun and creative. They use very interesting modules and ways to fight off monsters, and with each aspect of the environment, you can change the way you use your tools. All the environments are also very engaging for you to be interacting with them, such as steam as one of your obstacles to be blocking you, or such as fire in your way, and you could unlock new passageways using the tools that are presented to you. In a horror game, I love the ability to fight back monsters. The last thing you want in a horror story is to be taken advantage of because you are too weak to fight back. The best thing is to have the main character be able to have the energy to take advantage of the situation and not be afraid, because the last thing you want to do is be afraid in a horror story. You want to be able to have that hero-esque type feeling, being able to fight back and take over and take advantage of the situation. And the last thing is autosave is an incredible feature that all horror games should have. This autosave feature in this game saved me a bunch of times when I was just mentally done with the game for now, and I could jump right back in once I'm ready again. So one of the cons of the mechanics is that there's no jumping. Of course, I know that they did no jumping on purpose so that the character won't solve puzzles easier or they won't be able to reach certain places easier. But in a sense, I feel like it lacks a little bit of freedom because you aren't able to jump. And the next thing is there is no indication of when an enemy is being weakened by the beam of light. When you're fighting Birdman or Frogface, whenever the beam of light attacks them, it doesn't seem like they flinch hard, or there's not enough indication that they're actually being weakened by it. So I feel like there should be some kind of mechanic there that could have helped a little bit better. The last thing is, and this is kind of selfish ask, is that I wish I could kill Evil Sally mannequins, because those Evil Sally mannequins are rude and you cannot attack them no matter what. I feel like the mechanic should have been if I can freeze them and use the light beam to shoot their face, then I could have at least destroyed them. But for some reason I cannot figure out how to kill Evil Sally. If there is a way to kill them, let me know in the comment section below so that I can try killing them, because at least that would be satisfying. Alright, let's stop right here. This is going to be a spoiler alert. If you want to play the game, definitely go and play it right now so that you don't get any of the spoilers. If not, then just stay here and we'll watch the rest of this video. Now onto the pros of the story. This story is mysterious, yet it gives you a great sense of curiosity. It makes you really want to explore more into the anticipation of what happens next. Sally's character development is also great. It goes from a very scared personality into someone that wants to fight back and gets really upset at the things that are being thrown at her. Sally goes from an ignorant person who does not know what was going on and then develops into a person that becomes a little more understanding and tries to adapt to the circumstances that she is in. And these are obviously really great things for a character to develop throughout a story. So for the cons of this story is that there's a lot of holes in the story. Bullying was a theme that was explored, but it wasn't too much of a resolution. There wasn't an explanation as to, oh, bullying led you to have this situation, or bullying led you to have this kind of outcome. And there's not a lot to be answered without reading through all the books. And of course, you could read all through the books that you collected, but at the end of it, I feel like if they could even be a little bit more direct to the audience as to how things came to be, that would be really interesting to know. There's no explanation as to why Emily ended up there. There's no explanation as to who the old guy is, other than just being a friend of Emily's. There's no explanation as to why those monsters existed and what it has to do with mining. And the last thing is the pink people. How do they come to be? Who are they? Are they human? Are they lost in that world and stuck there? Or how have they developed their place in that environment? So with this all said and done, is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? In my opinion, this game is definitely a thumbs up. With all the pros that I've mentioned before, the few things that got me hooked was the anticipation of the story, the creative fight back mechanics, as well as the incredible visuals and vibes that the whole world brings together. These three things really captures your attention and really wants you to keep playing further and further to find out what's next. So with that being said, the story was so well done and told that I definitely got hooked and played the whole gameplay. If you're interested in all the gameplay, you can check out the link right here to see my gameplay from beginning to end. So thank you for diving into this game dive with me. Subscribe if you want more content like this. This has been BillyVisuals. Y'all just got visualized, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.